this is how I made that cup that I showed you.
Yeah. Oh
And
my God.
this is colored clay. We have all these colors of clay up here that we mix up, and
Oh my
then
gosh.
we build designs in various ways. This is sort of my basic technique, but we use a lot of different techniques, and especially Renee. Renee's much more
These are all the
creative.
different colored clay over
Right.
here.
And these images run all the way through this way. So when I take a slice off of this, like I did for those cups, it'll look all the way down. It'll look just like this.
Wow.
So I'll get a
this
whole
is kind of a
series
slice
of
over
pieces.
here.
I get a whole series of pieces like this. And
Wow. Now which mug over here? So this,
that,
oh, this mug is
yeah,
from
let me
that.
Let me get it out. Sorry.
Oh, that's sorry.
These are pretty
I wasn't gonna touch it, just
I
like
know.
look at it.
So
But-
this is from that same piece I just showed you.
Nice. Oh my gosh. I love it. Very Hawaiian. And the word
Yeah.
is psychedelic.
I didn't put that word on my work. Somebody else put it on there. But being an old hippie, it was fine. I was like, yeah, that's cool. That's old hippie art.
Wow, I love it. So how did you come up with the technique?
This kind of evolved. I got introduced to colored clay in a small workshop, a 2-day workshop, and I started looking into it, and I was really fascinated with the possibilities. Over time, I developed more techniques, more interest. I looked at a lot of other artists that did similar types of work, like polymer clay artists particularly, and glass artists, and candy makers, different things like that.
Interesting.
There's a few different media where people do this kind of stacking and then cutting process.
Even for candy, I didn't
Yeah,
realize that.
it's a big candy making thing. They'll
Wow.
make like a panda bear and stretch it way out and then go break, and they'll have a panda image in every piece of it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like where do they do that? In Japan or?
Asia,
Oh,
I've
wow.
seen, and in America to some extent.
Mhm.
It's in Asian, they make these little candies with pictures in it.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I love it. It's perfect for Hawaii. Do you have any favorite pieces?
The next one,
What is that going to be?
I don't know, it's always my favorite one. Though.
Oh.
The one that I haven't made yet.
The creative vision.
The one that's coming is
Yeah,
my favorite
I
one.
love that. That's good.
Yeah.
You never get too attached to the old ones then.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Initially, yes. I think when you're starting out, every piece you make feels like your baby, feels like your child. You don't
Yeah,
ever want
yeah.
it to leave, you know. But after a while, you get used to the fact that you're going to create things and let them go.
Wow. That, I don't know if I could do that. Maybe I could, but.
Well, like I say, in the beginning, it's a lot harder, but.
Especially when you're putting so much time and effort and
Right,
energy
and when you're
into it.
figuring stuff out, and when when you are successful at something you've been working on for a while, and you've invested a lot of your own time and energy, and
Yeah.
struggle in it. But it's the creative process. After a while, you realize if you don't let stuff go, you don't make room for new things to come.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true in life as well. You have to
Yeah.
let that energy go and
Yeah.
put that energy into something new and different.
And what you do can benefit other people. What you do is a
Mhm.
blessing to people in their life, to have something handmade and beautiful in their life that they can use every day, handle, look at.
Remind them of positive
Reminds
memories.
them that
or-
life is a beautiful thing and people
Mhm.
are creative, and it has all kind of positive kind of attributes that, art in general and handmade art in particular.
Yeah.
Handmade pottery's on the line between art and craft, but it's utilitarian, so people hold it in their hands. It's very intimate.
Yeah.
And you handle very often. You handle pottery in day-to-day life. So it's not like a painting. Put a painting on the wall, you look at it, but you don't.
That is
You
true.
don't-
It's not used.
Yeah, it's not used. And a piece of pottery, you see it also with your hands. You
Mhm.
experience it with your eyes, but when you handle it, you have a whole other experience.
Right.
And I have people all the time that come in and they say, I use your mug every morning. Just had a guy today, I drink my coffee out of your mug every morning, you know. Every morning that guy's reminded of this trip to Hawaii, which was probably one of the better trips of his life. And he loves my mug and gives him a little spark of happiness at the beginning of the day.
You are spreading that positive energy. It's the ripple effect of love and kindness, and from your hands to the clay to spreading around the world.
Yeah, and all potters do that too in some way or other, you know, because pottery carries your mana, carries your spiritual energy when you make it.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you handle a piece of pottery that's thousands of years old, you can still feel the energy of the person who made it. You can see their handprints. You can see their cultural decorations that they put on it, whether it's, you know, from India or from South America or from Native Americans in the Southwest. You know, there's a whole imprint of energy and meaning in pieces that last forever until they get smashed to dust.
That is pretty amazing. It's part of like archaeology that, you know, makes life interesting as we delve into the lives of other people that came way before us. But
yeah. Ceramics is the oldest artifact. And it's the oldest profession, in spite of what you may have heard about the other oldest profession. Ceramics is older. And the oldest artifacts that archaeologists find are ceramic.
that is very true.
Yeah, so they're, you know, they're eternal remnants of civilization almost.
Wow. Right, that is true. The eternal remnant of the physical civilization.
Yeah.
Because, you know, unless we have a physical representation of someone's words, we don't have anything besides like these remnants of their lives.
Yeah, and most primitive people didn't have written language.
Yeah.
Native Americans had a hieroglyphic language to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
African tribes didn't have written language, but they had ceramics, and they made a lot of them because they're so useful. You know?
Well, that was incredible. Thank you very much. How did you start into this journey? You didn't start in art originally, right? It was a different path.
I've always made stuff. I was making stuff. My family, everybody in my family makes stuff. My brother's a woodworker. My dad was a car mechanic, and he could make anything. He always had a little shop in the back. So I was in this. My family culture was a culture of people who created. My sister is an artist, and so I had that around me, and I did a lot of different creative things. I sew. I built musical instruments, I built houses, I've done a lot of stuff like that. And I just got into a ceramics class at a junior college and never quit. I learned a couple of semesters at junior college, and I set up my own studio, and I just kept doing it.
That's amazing.
So.
Everyone has their own gifts and talents, because if I tried this, it would turn into a big blob of mush, and it would be all different. Like basically some kind of grayish blue blob. The colors would not be separated.
People think some people have talent and some people don't have talent. I don't agree with that. I think it's desire is more important. Mm-hmm. Because when I started, I destroyed everything that I made. I mean, unintentionally.
Right.
You know, I made every mistake. You're talking about not being skilled. I had no skill. And I had no knowledge either, which is important in ceramics. I had no technical knowledge of firing or glazes or clays or anything like that. But I liked doing it, and I could tolerate. You got to be able to tolerate failure if you're going to make stuff out of clay, because you're going to have failure all along the way. Right. You're never going to escape from having pieces collapse or crack or, you know, have some unexpected flaw.
That's very interesting how it ties into life as well. Because in life you have to be able to tolerate failure. you have to be able to tolerate that the pieces may be broken, or you may ruin things that you have spent a lot of time creating.
Exactly.
You have to understand that you can try again. You
Yeah.
can still create something beautiful from the pieces or
Yeah.
from something new.
And they're vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, especially at an early stage like this, you know, where I jumped when you went after this because I didn't want you to get close to it because it's so vulnerable. These are as fragile as soda crackers. You can take this in your hand and break it.
Oh my gosh.
But then after it's fired, it's one of the most durable substances on the planet. It'll last for 1,000 years.
Wow.
But at this stage, it's very fragile. So you have to, you know, I mean, I've dinged up. This is called greenware. It's dry clay and it hasn't been fired. I've broken countless pieces at this stage because it's so fragile. Or nicked it with my fingernail and gouged the piece out of it.
Yeah.
Or bumped it against something and cracked it or chipped it or something. You know. But
That's
after
how
a
you
while,
learn.
After a while, you realize
You can chip and break things, but you can learn from that.
And you better cut your fingernails.
Yeah.
But,
Well, it's beautiful work. I
Thank
love
you.
it, and I'm going to pick my favorite item, and I will remember you forever, so thank you.
Thank you so much. What are you going to do with this video?